What's up, fight fans? Today's news features Gilbert Burns' plans of beating Khamzat Chimaev, Chimaev getting inspiration from Conor McGregor's iconic Jose Aldo KO, Petr Yan's plans to make Aljamain Sterling cry, Garry's thoughts on training with Burns and Kamaru Usman, and UFC legend Joe Lauzon on fighting Cowboy Cerrone. Welcome to Sportskeeda MMA News. Let's get started. UFC welterweight contender Gilbert Burns was gracious enough to speak with Andrew Whitelaw of Sportskeeda MMA about his upcoming fight with Khamzat Chimaev. When asked if the hype train was going to end at UFC 273, Burns had this to say.
I hope so. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna come to an end. I think I'm gonna beat him, but I don't even know the first guy that he fought in the UFC, the second guy that he fought in the UFC. I don't even know the guy's name. And I don't think you do. Do you know? You know the first guy and the second guy, you don't know. If you have to look. And then he fought a guy on the middleweight, and then he fought Li Jiliang. I think he's very, very good. But the step up on competition, I think the step will be very big after that fight. But still believe he's very good and he's gonna do good things in the sport. I watch a lot of his fights. I don't see a lot of weakness. I see a guy with heavy hands, very high level wrestling, and good grappling. But it's kind of like describing myself a little bit. The difference that I see, I have way more experience, like double to more experience. And I fought tougher guys.
Burns is 20-4 in MMA after taking down Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and is now poised to take another shot at the welterweight belt with a win over Chimaev. Do you agree with Burns that his experience could be the determining factor in his fight against Chimaev? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and while you're at it, consider giving us a follow. Khamzat Chimaev and Brett Okamoto went to All Stars Training Center in Sweden in the lead-up to UFC 273. This is the home of UFC light heavyweight contender Alexander Gustafsson, and none other than Khamzat Chimaev. In this brilliant documentary-style interview, fans could catch a glimpse of Chimaev's life before superstardom, when he would live and cook his meals at the gym. While strolling the streets of Sweden, Okamoto asked Chimaev about his home life and his mother. Chimaev said this: "I was young, 19, and I didn't want to leave my friends. When I came here, it was a small village as well. I didn't know anybody. For 1 year, it was hard for me. I would wonder, why am I here? She thinks always about us. When we were young, we didn't understand why she would give her food to us. Now that I have become older, I understand why she did that." Naturally, the conversation shifted to Conor McGregor, whose iconic 13-second knockout over Jose Aldo became the inspiration for Chimaev seeking a viable career in MMA. "I see the guy knock him out. I was thinking, if that guy did that, then why I'm not going to do it? Mentally, I'm stronger than him. My body is bigger than him. I was feeling at that time if I met him outside, I can break him, If he makes that money, why not me? I don't want to be just a regular guy who won 1 belt. I want 2 or 3 belts. We'll see. If I can do it, I will do it. We may make our plans, but God has the last word." Chimaev most recently choked out Li Jingliang to become the number 11 welterweight in the world, and looks to propel himself into the top 3 with a win over Burns. What is Khamzat Chimaev's ceiling? Do you believe he can be a triple champ? Petr Yan had a few words to say about his corner situation at UFC 273. A few weeks ago, it was reported that Yan's cornermen were experiencing visa issues, which threatened to leave Yan without anyone in his corner for his championship fight with Aljamain Sterling. Fortunately, it seems this is no longer the case, but Yan did mention he still wants 2 certain fighters in his corner. Here is what Yan said to Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour. "The situation now has stabilized. I have a couple of guys that are willing to help me, so I hope Cejudo and Sean O'Malley are going to show up on Saturday night. They just need to make sure they don't give me their advice. Just give me ice and water and I'll be fine. You'll find out on Saturday night. No stress at all. Like I told you, there's going to be 1 short corner man and 1 long one. Ariel, I told you, I'm serious. They're really in my corner, yes? Just wait, you will see on Saturday." Unfortunately, potential corner man Henry Cejudo wasn't happy with his position. "Sorry buddy, I ain't nobody's water boy. Between your knees and O'Malley's steroids, it's just too much illegal activity for me to be involved in. Hashtag bend the knee potato face." Petr Yan would then make a cold prediction of what would happen to Aljamain Sterling at UFC 273. "I will make sure there will be no questions left, and you're going to see his crying face on your TV again." Petr Yan lost his title via disqualification at UFC 259 after he landed a knee to a downed Sterling. Since then, Yan has beaten Corey Sandhagen for the interim strap and looks to unify the belt this Saturday. Who is next for Petr Yan if he takes back his belt from Sterling? UFC welterweight prospect Garry spoke with Sean Sheehan recently. Garry gave fans insight into what it's like to train in America versus Ireland, and how it feels to be around elite-level talent like Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman. Here is what he had to say.
Since I've been here, I've shared training sessions on one-on-one, either whether it be sparring or doing pad work or doing technical striking. I've done it with Gilbert, I've done it with Vicente Luque, I've done it with Kamaru Usman, all different skill sets. Every single one of them, none of them are similar. And I get to go with these guys every single day. Every single day I'm learning. I see different looks in them. I get different styles off them. They show me a different style. It's like, I'm just excited to be here and doing what I'm doing. But that's the difference, right? That's the biggest difference. I'm surrounded by that elite level talent, like the top 5 in the game.
The 8-0 Garry made the most of his octagon debut by scoring an impressive TKO on Jordan Williams at UFC 268, after which he paid homage to Conor McGregor, claiming that he is not another Irishman who's here to take part, but to take over. Garry will face Darian Weeks this Saturday at UFC 273. How far can Garry go in the UFC? And last but not least, UFC legend Joe Lauzon recently spoke about his upcoming fight with fellow legend Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Lauzon is tied with Nate Diaz for the 3rd most post-fight bonuses in UFC history at 15. Lauzon has not fought since 2019, but convinced Dana White to let him fight again after his TKO victory over Jonathan Pierce in front of his home crowd of Boston, Massachusetts. Meanwhile, Cowboy has not won a fight since 2019 and is currently riding a 5-fight losing streak. Here is Lauzon's assessment of Cowboy on the MMA Hour. I think that Cowboy and I are kind of different. Cowboy's a slower starter. I'm a faster starter. Cowboy definitely has more polished stand-up. I have way less polished stand-up, but awkwardly effective. So it's definitely different. We're both similar in age, similar in experience, similar in wear and tear. He has a rough last couple of years, but he's fought killer after killer after killer. He's fought really good guys at 170, at 155. So it's not a case where it's an easy fight. Cowboy's all washed up. It's nothing like that. He's just fought some really hard guys. And I think for all fighters, the wear and tear just accumulates. He probably doesn't take shots as well as he used to. Do you think this could be Joe Lauzon's last fight in the UFC? What are some of your favorite Lauzon performances? That about does it for Sportskeeda MMA news. Here are some of our favorite recent comments. Chris Witten says, "No, it's because a lot of these 300-pound wrestlers would show McClass Clown how they feel about him talking shit for the past 6 years." Robert Petrov says, "That would have been a good fight, but Buckley's chin won't hold against Alex in my opinion." Zach Weddle says, "We've already seen from Khabib that BJJ isn't much good against that Eastern style of wrestling, especially from the ones who can cut a lot of weight and fight 50 pounds below their normal weight, like Chimaev. He will destroy the 170 division, and most likely 185 as well." If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. Your comments could be featured in the next Sportskeeda MMA news video. For updates, quotes, and even exclusive interviews from all your favorite fighters, follow Sportskeeda MMA on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Thanks for tuning in.